YouTube right now. Device. Go now. I'm done with you. I don't know what's wrong with this device. I am done with this device. Oh, it is not true that it's only when you show cleavage that you will be fully or properly dressed. Showing cleavage in the name of fashion makes no sense whatsoever. So one would wonder when you now show all the packages. Okay, some wear shorts that practically show here to the public. I thought that's what we wear in. At least go out in the day, you come back because it's been hot, so you come in your shower, or you just change it to something very light, which I'll soon go and change into something easy because I'm indoors. But when you now wear what you're supposed to wear indoors, you see some wearing like outside. So are you saying that indoors are naked? It's a question. I'm just wondering. Some women think that men appreciate the whole clean and all that. It's not true. It's not true. Because here in Africa, no man will want his wife to dress anyhow for another man to begin to look at her body parts. It's not fashion. Forget what happens in Hollywood. As many people say, the celebrities there are beginning to go gaga. You know, some of them just want to do things for people to point at them and say this, that. And it's so terrible to imagine that the simple women you find think that fashion is about what you've had this lady who is married to the musician who was with Kardashian, you know, going around practically naked, a bit busty. She would never wear a bra. You know, as much as people castigate her and say all sorts of things, those are the same things they are doing. That is how they are dressing. Someone would say this is judgmental, but I don't think it is. I just feel like saying from the little I know about being fashionable and fashion, it's not about opening cleavage. It's not about opening the backside. It's not near anything as showing flesh. No, that's not being fashionable. Check what is happening in the fashion world. Designers do not just sit down. In fact, most of the things we see on the runways in Europe and America, what has it got to do with the skimpy things that women wear on our streets daily? It has nothing. Thank those, yeah, the person on YouTube is sending some love. Thank you. So, check our runways every day. Designers are not designing skimpy clothes. You can never find those things on any runway. I'm not always dressed like this though, but I don't know what really touched me. I got this skirt when I was returning from the US, you know. I said, I feel like I should have some very long skirts. So I have two of these skirts. The other one is black and white, you know. Come back home and I'm like, what will I share with people on social media? And I'm talking about fashion. Cleavage is fashion. That's not fashion. It's your own idea of wanting to be you, but you don't need to sell it wholesale to people or for retail. Although it sells to many people who do not really know what fashion is about. It may not sell for people who know one or two things about it. And you wear that thing showing flesh, like flesh on an animal. No man will admire flesh all over your body. And then you wear something and this whole place is showing. You do like this. Ah, yuck. There are places people dress in certain ways. You don't dress the way you would dress on a beach, on the street. Men who love to look at flesh will look at you and just laugh. But if the man like that really needs a woman to talk with, to converse with, to be friends with, he will look for the one that is reasonable, that dresses well. And tomorrow they say, he used me, he dumped me, he used me, he dumped me. I laugh when I see those captions. Nobody uses you. Nobody used you. You were enjoying it while it lasted. Why do women like to cry foul? As I am, I know that I don't want anybody to bullshit me or look down on me. So I cannot just open and say, take. And tomorrow, when the person says they are tired of taking, eh, now, can't you be strong hearted and say, to hell with him? I did what I wanted to do. I enjoyed it while it lasted. Stop crying foul. Huh? You know, fashion is beautiful. Nowadays in Africa, we have so many designers who are designing lots of wonderful clothes, and most of them cover the body. But you know where they default or have troubles? It's when they create designs for weddings. Nowadays in Africa, women go to breastfeed men, sort of. Because all you see them wearing are clothes that are all open here. So they pack out the whole thing and say, buy, wholesale. Or if you want retail, you take. You see women in weddings, they are seated in front of the table and then they pack the whole thing and put on the table like this. Uh-uh. When you see such a woman, you will say, no fashion sense. Zero, zero, zero. No calls, no calls. I'm doing business. No calls. So it's a 0/100 when you pack out this whole thing for people to feed their eyes on. They know that this one is not fashionable. What does fashion do? When you say someone is a fashionista, it means like when the person is all dressed up and steps out, you know, they step out, it's all majestic, you know. It is the physique, it's the physique that people want to see. So there's this thing I like to tell people, like when I give someone, I sold a few clothes recently, and you give someone something, the person say, it's not tight, it's not tight. No, there's something like what we call flattering your body. It also shows you're fashionable. It's not about tight clothes. You already got the beautiful physique. Wear the clothes. So it's not tight, so it can be tight. It's like this. But when it's like this, see, you're flattering your shape. When you walk, the shape is there. So people should just imagine what the shape looks, and the clothes goes sashaying. You're just sashaying. And somebody should imagine what is underneath. Not for you to open and just give the person what is all under there. That's being fashionable. That when you step out, people will say, that woman is fashionable. So your beautiful long dresses, skirts, blouses, designers are all over the place. It's not about tight. Flaunt your body, just flaunt it. You know, just flaunt it. Flaunt it. See, the skirt is just sashaying. by itself, you know. So that's just about it. The appeal is for our women to learn how to really be fashionable. Fashionable has nothing to do with flesh that you don't want to exercise and put in. No, men don't want to grab at flesh. Go and set your skin properly. You know, being fashionable also affects how you eat. Because when you go on eating any kind of thing, then you cannot wear beautiful clothes. You end up wearing oversized clothes. Your skin also goes or depicts how fashionable you are. So nowadays in Africa, all the women want to be white. They don't love their skin. And you know what eventually happens? They now end up having four skin tones. We call it coke, Fanta, dark brown, and some white. You know, it can even be coagulated all over. And you see such a person still wearing something short, dots all over the skin. Please go and redo your skin. Go back to using Vaseline. Vaseline can bring back your skin. I don't rub any special cream. I rub Vaseline. Sometimes I want to be like it's very hot now. I don't want to rub Vaseline on my skin. I don't even rub nothing on my skin now that it's hot. But I can use a bit of PS baby lotion on my face because when it's very hot, my face tends to be darker than my skin. So that's all I use, PS baby lotion. But I have this almost ebony skin. There's no special cream I use, just Vaseline or PS baby lotion on my face and hair. So it's not the cost of the cream that you use. Being fashionable is a thing of the mind, you know. So let's try to get there. No cleavage showing, no flashiness, not too tight. Sachet and just let it move. They just want to see how you move. They don't want to see the tightness of your clothes. That's not being fashionable. And the things that really enhance clothes are accessories like shoes, bags. They bring out clothes a great deal. You know, so when you have to go with long skirts like these, your footwear has to be a bit long. You can do high heels and things like that. So just be free, you know, freelance, think out of the box. If you try most of these things I've said, you will eventually realize that people will begin to applaud you on the way you dress and even ask certain questions. So let's try our best to really be fashionable, both in mind, heart, and body. And it will go a long way in saving us. We want to start living like people who were not wearing clothes before, naked on the street. It doesn't tell well of civilized people. We are almost nearing the 22nd century. Let's not go back to the first century, please. As science is growing, let our minds grow along with it. And that really affects how we carry ourselves, the things we wear, the things we eat, and so on and so forth. So I hope I've been able to pass across a message. Please follow me on the different social media platforms: Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Universal Sister Anne, and I just like to share. One day to the weekend, plan your weekend and make sure to paint it red, blue, white, pink, or whatever color. Thank you to all those who joined. It's a pleasure meeting you. And thanks to Clint. Thank you, Clint. Thank you. Take care. Bye.